me find a hotspot. Why? Do you have a method or a way to do it?
Yeah. Easy.
All right.
Have you got the giant worm?
I do not.
Because the giant worm, what I do is I ride along on my giant worm along the ley lines. So I find something, like all these things are on ley lines, right? So you find something that's really good, but it's not what you want. So you get on on the big worm, or one of the.
Oh, one moment.
I can give you an A.
One moment, Katrina, please. Yeah. And we're back. We blue screened, so we're gonna try this again. But we do have Katrine in voice chat with us, and she was explaining to me what she does to find a good EM field. We're gonna have her hold off on explaining it until we hopefully get some people back. Hopefully, we didn't lose everyone for the day. And then that way, if you're looking for a particular hotspot, maybe this will help. Mm-hmm. All right. How you doing today, Katrina? You said you had a cold. You're coughing a bit.
Coughing and sneezing. It's been coming and going. I've had this cold on and off since before Christmas, and it's just horrible. Ugh. I think I might have COVID. I don't know. Tests are not available. Like, I can't get any tests. So
Can you taste, smell?
Yeah.
Okay. If so, COVID. And actually, you know what? Let's not talk about this on stream. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm feeling well, so I'm stuck inside, isolating, because I don't want to make anybody else sick.
Gotcha. Well, fair enough. Flying Brian, welcome to What to Do with This Mess 2.1. We just had a blue screen.
I can't go up, just to let you know, Kev.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go on your chat while I'm talking to you on the PlayStation app.
Why?
Well, because it's on the same device, and I'll lose your voice. I'll lose.
Well, whatever we're doing right now is working just fine. And you should be heard by chat. If someone could let us know if you hear both of us.
Yeah, I can probably be heard by chat. It's just that I can't view the chat.
Oh, got you. Okay. Well, if I see any questions, then I will direct them.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back for those of you who made it back for 2.1. We have definitely figured out a bunch of stuff today. That's been a bonus. We got this upper gap figured out. Am I going to build an egg in the middle of this? I'm looking at that over there, and it's like, that's egg-shaped. Something tells me I'm going to put an egg in here, right in the middle of this. It is a prefab part, after all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I think I kind of need to at this point. I think it's a necessity.
We're no longer in the group. Okay.
No, because I blue screened, so it kicked you out. And actually, why don't we not, Katrine? Just so that that might be why I blue screened. Too much for the game to handle, especially if you brought out the big worm. The big worm. Big perm.
I haven't done that.
All right, but yeah, where I'm going to need that is in my normal save. It'd be kind of cool if I had a big worm hatch, because then we could both ride around and look for it, near each other.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay. So
but
I don't have my big worm right now. I'm just saying.
Well, and like I'm saying, we'll do this off stream where we're looking, because it just takes so much time, and it's not exactly enjoyable to watch people running around looking for a hot spot. At least not in my mind. To me, that's work. This is work, but it's creative work, and hopefully spawns ideas for folk. That's why I don't mind doing this at all, because I enjoy it. Okay, let's do something. What were we doing? We were trying to redo our pattern on the outside. I dig the other window, but I think you might be right. I think for continuity reasons, I think, I don't know. Where's ER? I need your. Yeah, I need ER's eye. ER has the best eye. He really does. If ER can look at something and be like, get rid of that, move that. I know it's a lot of work, but it'll be worth it. And then you do it, and you're like, yeah, it totally was. Minotaur, what's going on? How you doing? Flambrand, Unusual, and Minotaur have returned. Thank you very much for doing so. Okay, so we're gonna make the attempt to widen this out again, right? Bink, bink. We remove that. We remove that. And then we removed the upper. Whoa, all of a sudden it just turned night. Like instantly. Okay, and this technically would round out to another one, right? If we were to connect this, if possible. I don't know if it's going to cut through all of that. Alright, so let's get rid of our central upper parts, right? That's what we were doing. We're getting rid of here, 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 and that leaves us that. But we didn't like that, right? But we're going to keep it for now. And then we're going to remove here, here. Still going to leave us that gap. Okay, now we're going to get rid of that and that. Okay, there's our big trinity knot, right? We actually just have to remove here and here. We don't got to bring anything down at all. Okay. So now we've got our trinity. Although it should cut through lower if we were to really do one, but that's the basic shape we're going for here. Okay, and now we need to add in what? What did we do last time that we liked? It was something. Did we remove these? Okay, yes we did. And then if we go... No, because that sticks out. Was it here and here? And then here and here? That might have been... Yep, there it is. Okay. So that was that, right? Yes. Okay. Now I remember the shape. But do I like the amount of... Yep, that's actually not bad. It lines up. Once we get the windows in there, that should take care of that little issue that I'm not liking. So now if I do the same thing over here, we remove that and that, that and that and that and that. Then we take this from there. No. We take that and that and that and that. Okay. That's what I didn't want. Okay, now I see the part that I didn't want. Okay, so I don't want this because then we get too much of this circle thing going on, and I don't like that. Okay, so that needs to get out of there. And that needs to get out of there. And now, if we... Man, I wish I could just bump that a hair. If we throw that in there like so, and that in there. And then we get a neat pattern. here and here, and then just because we can, which then from that we could connect into. I'm hanging in there, Minotaur. How you doing today, bro? How's life treating you? Doing all right? DGFL, my friend. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, and then that connects right up into that. That is actually pretty cool. And instead of this one, let's change it over to... I'm here. Is somebody landing here?
It's me.
Okay.
I'm just mucking about.
Then we do that.
I got my golden vector at the
And then that carries through. That might work. Because that actually now connects. Everything connects. And that is not a bad thing. Just out of curiosity, where would you go? Yes, I was running through trying to figure out, you know, what I liked and didn't like about this current thing, and I was trying to fill some gaps. And yeah, no, there we go. That's better. I don't like that circle though. That circle, that half circle thing gets me. I mean, this does work. But then we're going to end up with more of a half circle, which I'm not vibing on. But now we can do some stuff here. We can alter where something might end up.
You
found one already?
Found an S-class.
See, I wish I could do something with that, but it does not. If I could end that. And that kicks the wrong way. Carpentrix, what's going on? What a mess. I know, right? It is. It's a freaking mess, bro. I'm so close to... Like, alright, Carpentrix, you got a good eye, too. Let me ask you this here. Do you like this window and this closure? Alright. The way this looks? Or do you like this diamond-shaped window, but we still have kind of a Celtic knot vibe, the Celtic Trinity knot going on here? Or do you like it more open, like this one? What is less of a mess? And do we keep the top, which is currently this? I think we keep this top. I think this top needs to stay. I think I'm going a little bit too crazy here. Like, I like how this breaches the top and kind of continues to weave, but or this top or this top. I think actually this top. Never mind. I think I may have answered my question. Anybody? As a Norse Viking, I would go with the first. Okay, first meaning what? This one or this one? Open or closed? Oh my God, I just thought of a whole other freaking idea. I mean, no, 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 no. No. Yes, yes. I'm going to. It would take forever, though. So, carbon chicks, the more open or closed? Anybody, please, everybody. I need some help here because I like both for different reasons. But which do you think looks aesthetically more pleasing? That or that? Right? They both look good, correct? I could skip, I could do every other. That would look goof, though. Closed? Closed. Yeah, I'm kind of partial to that as well. I think you're right. Yeah, because the upper part, otherwise we'd have, yeah. No, you're right. You're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Yep. Yeah, it's similar, but the open looks less balanced. Agreed. Agreed. Well, we didn't have a window in there yet. There is that. I didn't start chucking a bunch of crap in there yet. That definitely makes a difference, so doesn't it? Ooh, excuse me. Charming.
My cold is making me pretty gross.
I'll tell you, the weirdest thing with my hernia, and I'm sorry it's going to get a mildly graphic. We're all adults here. This is an adult stream. So, when your stomach gurgles, it's like right near your belly button, right? You get your gassy noises and the gurgly noises right by your belly button, between your groin and your belly button. My gurgly noises ended up down and left of my groin. So, like, when my stomach gurgled, it was down near my crotch, as opposed to up near my stomach, which was really weird. Granted, I was also pushing my intestines back into place. Okay, so if we're going to keep that closed, and now we just need to figure out the window for it, the closure. And that's easy. We know what we just did upstairs. But why don't we, and Beeble's on today, but he's not on till like 5, right? My time. He's not on for a few hours yet, so we've got some time to play. Keep you No Man's Sky builders who like to watch.
Oh yeah, it's Thursday.
Yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah, he'll be streaming tonight. Yep. Open looks like a Mickey Mouse. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of, yeah, that vibe was not mouse, but, just something about it didn't look right to me. It just was like, no, this will not do. Okay, so now that we do that, we know that. Now we have to figure out window closures for the gaps. Okay, yes, I agree. I like this better. You still see the Trinity. It is still a, part if you see through that and you have vision, you can see that trinity there, right? So it does exist. But, it helps. I mean, I could go nuttier, I suppose, and then just continue to do the closures here like that. Can I get the same? Can I get a similar? No, because I'm attached to that. I was hoping maybe I could get another, and then we just get too cluttered, you know what I mean? And then circles start happening, and it's just, we don't need all of that to happen, because then we just get circles, see? We end up with circles, and we don't want circles. Or we get weird, like if I do this, we get a weird window shape. So, yeah, what we have, I think, works. I think we're good here. Okay. Me mumble? Ma mumble? Okay, let's put our windows in. Let's finish our gap filling so we know where we need to be. And then we can start working on something else. And then we got to decide whether or not we want to keep our hydroponic planters, the towers. I just wanted to build them because I like them. I like the way they look. All right, where were we working? We were working... we were working right here, which gives us which window to play with. This here. So those are opposites. So we got to figure out this gap we're close on. These gaps we're going to have to finagle and move some stuff around in order to get things to work, and that might be an issue. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to do the upper gap first. All right, let's just do an experiment real quick. Let's put in a light here. It doesn't have to do anything or be anywhere particular because we need to move certain items out of the way, and I just want to make sure that that's not going to be an issue. Actually, it shouldn't be. We should be okay. I'm not going to need to move that for anything. We're going to need to move the upper arcs out of the way. We should be okay. Alright, so let's start down here. And for this, we're just going to do line and line. We're going to do the window line here for this. And we'll come up to here. I don't see, oh, we do have a flop. We need to keep that in mind. So we're going to, it's flopping here. We're going to come down to where it doesn't flop and get in our center line. So we'll come around here. I'm going to get nice and parallel. As parallel as we can get it. And then we're going to see our flop right there. We come down. There's our flat. We come right up to this line right here. Drop that. Do the same thing down here. Flop until we don't. You know, we'll hit the flop and then we're in that, you know, the spot we want to be in. And again, try to get as parallel as possible. There's our flop. Now we can center. Come on up to here. Lather, rinse, repeat. Now, our angles are a little off here, I think. Oh, no, this one looks a little more appropriate. My apologies. I thought we were a little more off than we are. Now again, nice. Try to get that parallel. There's our flop. Just try to get a good center look. There we go. Okay, so now we should have what we need. Let's find out. Where's some winder? There's a winder. There we go. And I think I'm going to change this all to black and yellow. I think it's going to show all the weave better. I think it's going to show all the detail better. Be a little more, we'll get some more contrast going on. And there we have it. Perfect. Now, we do have light gap, but I like the light, so we're going to leave it. And then we're going to change color just to see if we like this better. And we do. Do we? Do we? Got to remember the other windows are going to be in there. I'm just going to change things a little bit. Color change is nice and easy, at least. We don't got to worry too much about that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hard to tell. Well, let's put in our other set of windows and see what we get out of that anyway. We're going to go gray-black with that. Oh, hey, and look at that. It turned it back to gray-black for some reason. Even though I did no such thing. Alright, let's get our light. Get our little glitcher. We'll do the same thing. We'll do, let's see, we're going to have a cross over here, so it's going to come up and over here. We'll put both, we'll put them all in just to do it. And then we'll, if we like it, you know, we'll keep it. If we don't, we'll remove it. Parallel. We got a flop. So for this, yep. We'll just do, you know, we get it centered wherever that flop line is. You know, we'll stick with that line, right? Yep. You know it. Builder's hush. Okay, and here's a nice little issue that I always can't stand. is trying to get something to be what I need. Alright. There you are. At least try this manually. I'm trying to use that top of the connector as my reference. Alright, now if we put these back in where they're supposed to be. Actually, do we? Do I need to put anything back? Do I have too much there? What am I missing? Or I could do it like that. What's missing? Oh, the other portion of the Trinity. The only other thing I could do would be this kind of dealy, which I don't want to do. We already determined that. You can come down here and drag it down. There you are. Okay. So now this is where I think we're going to get kind of funky because we got a fold over here. Did I miss one? Oh, I missed one. Okay. We got an extra one. So we don't need these here. I don't think we need these. No, we need to... Okay, I see what I need to do. Alright, so this goes... Ah, look at that. That tore all the lights out. Ooh, that's no good. That's no good. That we need to keep an eye on. Okay, so that changes everything, doesn't it? So if we remove that and that,
This is a Viking system, and I don't have a settlement yet on my creative city. Would you mind if I did that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I don't have a settlement in this city, and this is a Viking system. Would you mind if I brought a settlement here?
Oh, no, not at all. Go right ahead.
I'll start playing with buildings. So we've got something going on pretty much every save in the settlements. And I like the Viking, the stone pieces. I love that you're getting me into creative more because my building style really is more creative than it is the normal. Just that most of my friends play on normal. Right? So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always my downfall. Is that you know, most people play on
But if you build in creative and then upload your base, will anyone in any of the...
No.
They won't be able to see it, right?
Correct.
That's too bad. Unless they're in creative.
Correct. Creative saves are only seen in creative, and normal is only seen in normal. 'Tis the way.
Mm.
It would be cool if they could be
Yeah, like it would be.
cross-pollinated.
Yeah, because it would be lovely. Because my style of play is more creative. I do more building than anything, and it would be more fun to do everything to build in creative and then join all these communities. But these people in the communities are all in normal save, so I have to be in normal save in order for them to see, visit my bases and to be included in the communities, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Guess that's why I'm a fan of duplication.
Damn it.
There's a lot of people that don't like it and say it's cheating and everything, but
Yeah, well, I mean, it's yeah, the game allows it.
and it makes the normal save, better for people like me who like to
Who like to build more often? Yes.
mm, they want to build.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's the double edge, right? You love to build, but you still want to play normal. You still kind of want to explore and gather and have people see what you build. But at the same time, when you're building, you just kind of want to go, and then all of a sudden you run out of a material and you're like, why is this not glitching? Oh, I don't have the material.
Exactly. And
And
then I
then you
have
got
to
to
stop.
stop what you're doing. You got to head out, collect your resources, or go dupe, if you do that. But either way, you're breaking your flow. And then for
Yeah.
me, because I'm such an idiot and I forget things so easily short term, that I'll go back to do something. I'm like, crap, what did I do? Like, how did I get there? Like this, which is all this weaving stuff. There was a lot of add a part, add a part, add a part, put in stuff, delete certain things, now add parts to those parts.
Mm.
So it got really confusing. And thankfully, one night, and I was wicked tired that night, but Joby showed up and he's like, "Oh, I see what you did here," and I was like, "Good, because I can't see it."
Yeah.
And we still have the lower portion to work on here. Just a different kind of. I just wanted to do an environment down here. I know I dug, and it's not going to hold, whatever. But oh no, 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 no. Oh yeah, actually, if I just keep going, I'm all right. So, what's neat here, and if I keep going, I'm okay because I'm on the crazy ladder, right? Unfortunately, the minute I go into camera, though, I'm going to break ladder, I think. And all right, but for those of you, I'll just show you, and we'll reload one more time because once I do this, I can't get out. But it's just a really neat view. And I apologize for the immediate reload, but I really wanted to show you guys this. It's really cool. And you might, there are ways to do this and look through it and not get trapped. So if you wanted to create something neat. With this idea, you could, and have people look into it. I mean, I'm coming up with some other kaleidoscopy ideas based off of this. Okay, so and I apologize, I really do, because I can't, unfortunately, reconnect to the ladder, which is weird. And the reason being is because of the way I don't know where it is here. It's not going to prompt at this point. And then I've tried flying out, but I get about as far as here, and that's more just breaking the camera. Maybe if I remove this upper part, I could get out, or put some doors in there. I tried that actually, and oh, that's right, because the center's in there. I might be able to if I put a couple ladders in, maybe. Like, all right, I'm curious. We're here. We're stuck. Let's find out. Okay, so we can get through. Now let's try and put a ladder in. This might get tricky. Yep, it's going to get tricky.
Oh, no,
We're going to need to reload anyway. I just want to see if I can get out of here. Like, the top of that should open up, right? With a ladder? No, unless there's something else on it, right? So if I throw in another prefab, maybe? In that area, maybe I can get through? Like on top, you know what I'm saying? So if I do that, and I come down to here, and then I grab a ladder again, no? Now regardless, I can't seem to find my way out. Wait a minute, what do we got here? Okay, we're almost... I'd have to do some crazy finagling in order to make this be a passage.
Oh, this is so much fun. I don't have to worry about running out.
All right, reload. You're gonna hate me, Katrine, because I got to reload. But you'll still be on the planet.
Yeah, I'm still on the planet.
Yeah, we just won't be in group.
I'm putting a nice little base down at my house.
Oh, I see how it is. You hunt that spot for me, then you take it. I see. I got you. Come to my planet, find an S-class hotspot.
And then kick you off the planet.
I'm kidding.
I think he accuses me of doing fun.
Oh, hey, Skeng Biscuit.
Because I have fun.
The man who hates me, but yet still shows up. I don't get it. Worst streamer ever. Right here, this guy.
Who?
Me.
Why?
I'm just being goofy.
I keep coming back.
And I question every one of you. You know what though, it warms the cockles of my heart to know that there's crazy people out there like me. All right, let's get back to our project. I'm going to stop weaving because the weaving here gets crazy. You know, I'm not even getting into adding in the four ways, the elbows, the T's, you know, just to kind of change positions.
This is so much fun because I can just add whatever
This
I
is
want.
true, Skeng. I think this one we need to go here in the middle. Let's use that reference. I think that's the ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, so we got flop. We do we? Right there. And right. Alright, so we'll just play the game of where you're going to end up. And hope we win. A good percentage of manual placement is just getting your camera around. Up and down on the bill camera would be really great. Hello, games. Oh yeah, and we gotta. I wonder if we can get away with just that. And then this one, it'll give us a weirdo shape. I kind of wish this wasn't cutting through, and part of me thinks I should bring the window forward on this one. Where we're... But then I'd really be lost on my reference. Okay, so this does need to go if we're going to keep the same pattern kind of thing, right? No, I can keep that in there. Alright, never mind. Where was that? Where'd you come from? Is that my crossover? That's my crossover. Okay, there you are. There you are. Okay, so with that said, because what I'm seeing, oh yeah, I do need to remove that because that, actually that's right. That's a weird, no, I do need to remove it. Okay, so we need to remove that and place it back in. Okay, good to know. See all those lights, the reflection like makes an arrow, you can touch the point, like the reference that they put in here, whether they intended it or not, is pretty freaking great. Right? Okay, now this would go back in, and I want to see what it looks like with that in there. And hopefully, I'm hoping the window takes care of some of that angle that's off in there, but I don't think it's gonna. I need to bring it forward for that.
Putting on the kettle, be right back.
Mm-hmm. And then we would have one going up this way. Okay, we'll get the center of that. So Skang, what I've been doing is kind of I've been doing how do I put this? I didn't know what I wanted to build, and after messing with the prefab ball, I was like, all right, why don't I just see what I can make using the prefab menu? You know, I'm in it already. You know, can I make something structural with this? How do I use this ball in, oh, okay, we got an issue here. We got 2 flop. All right, so we're not going to get, yeah, we're right in the center. So we have a weird 1, 2 right there. So what I would probably want to do here is something that's not the smartest in the universe, but we're going to go here and here. And that should take care of both of our flops. All right. This should be interesting. So it's not really anything in particular, but I'm right now, because I've built this structure, I need to now close all the gaps. So I'm going, how do I do that? What is it going to take for me to close all these gaps up and have it look appropriate? Is it possible? Can I do it? Can I achieve? Can I achieve something from this mess? We need to bring one up too for that, I think. And that keeps the pattern the same. A little off over here. We're a little twisted, but that's not a big deal. Not enough to get your knickers in a twist. And then our crossover, where are you coming from? Where's that crossover? I know we had one somewhere. We had to come from over here somewhere for that. Where was it? Where was that crossover? You were coming from where? Okay, fold, 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 fold. Oh, I didn't actually delete. Oh, never mind. I put it back. It's right here. It's that one there. That's the one I had to put back in. Okay, so we still have a little gap. So that means we need to put something here. This is about as close as we're going to get on this one. So what we need to do is we need to either A, shift this one over entirely, so we take this and then we just put it here, which is I think what I'm going to do. Sci-Fi Guy, welcome. Eva, welcome. Oh, no welcome, Eva. Eva, you spam a lot. Report, Bink. I mean, the gap is minute here, but if we can close it up and use color, we can kind of fake this point, right? So if I can turn these darker, bring this closer, we can kind of fake the point here. We can, make this really dark, and then that will, give the illusion that this is closed and that this point here exists. So, and then if we change all the colors, that will even highlight that fact even more. All right, so let's get rid of all this. Thank you for staying. We're going to get rid of this, which is going to delete that light, I have a feeling. Yep. And now we're going to go here instead. The illusion of robot nipples. Brian B. As I was just explaining, oops. And Alex Van Logan.
Yeah.
There's not really a theme. The theme was Joby and I a while back came up with this biodome ball, right? Not biodome. I mean, you can use a biodome. That just rolls off the tongue better than circular prefab room, or cylindrical prefab room, rather. Excuse me, ball. And I'm like, all right, well, we got that. Now what? And then Dark Hellboy found a really great way to get it perfectly aligned. And then Beeblebum found another way for me, which I still have yet to really dive into. But I will, because it looks a little easier, but I just got to see the method. Because even he was, it's like anything. You're trying to create a new formula. you're not really gonna, you know, you do it once or twice and you're still gonna be like, what did I do again? But anyway, make the story longer and more endless. I didn't know what to build. I was just kind of working with, you know, what I had just done, which was the prefab ball, and I just kind of wanted to see what I could do with it, and also, you know, retain just using the prefab menu. Like, what can I do with these things? It's a Celtic rotary phone. A Celtic monkey rotary phone, you know it. But, you know, then I saw, you know, as I was messing around with the corridors and trying to weave them in and out of each other to create patterns, because the pattern on top is really nice, actually. The pattern on top is worth the whole shebang. I could strip this whole thing away, work with just that, if I could repeat it on the bottom and then do something else. But, and actually I could repeat it on the bottom now that I think about it. But, so, and you know me, I always like to have different views of my, and have, you know, try to find different interesting ways to view. And then I started seeing all these gaps, and I started thinking, well, if I wanted to make this into some form of a alien building sculpture thing, what purpose would it have, you know, and could I close off the gaps and still make it look interesting, or at least, you know, now if I were to post pictures of just the top, everyone would be like, oh, neat little, you know, pattern. But then as you come down, you're like, oh, all right, well, wait a minute, something else going on here. And then you would start to see, you know, perhaps a structure or a sculpture. And then, you know, I'm kind of mixing medium here. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, could I make a cool looking, regular looking structure with this stuff? Yes, I can. I mixed all these parts. I mixed the corridors and the walls and the floors, you know, and I got to hide the garage doors. Look how cool those garage doors look now that you don't see all the BS with it. These corridors hide all that, you know. There's a little sticking out, but... Oh, later, Minotaur. And then come down here, and there's like part of the power reactor, the lower portion of it, of whatever this monstrosity of a thing is. And then you come out, you go up, get this cool, and like, you know, again, just looking for different looks, you know. Cool looking ramp, you know, walkway sort of thing. Make a cool landing pad, you know, entrance, whatever. Then I came in here, and then I was like looking around. I'm like, oh, okay, well, if I look up, I got this stuff going on. Then I added in all the motion with the light fissures, and that was from an experiment earlier from when I took the ball and I made a cube with the ball on each corner, and then a ball in the center, and then I lit all of the connecting corridors, if you see in a previous stream, and then added in the light fissures. And then I'm like, all right, well, we got this cool little reactor in the middle. And then I had these neat walls, and I'm like, all right, well, how do I fill those gaps in? You know, and again, I was like, okay, we need windows. We got to close on all these little bits and pieces. And then I'm like, oh, I want to build my hydroponic towers. Maybe that'll look good in here. And then I realized that, you know, I needed to do something different. But, you know, it's okay. I might keep it in here anyway, just for fun, just to complete this and make it look like something. Or I might tear it down, put something more mechanical in here, make it look more machine-like, or add more machine-like stuff, you know, to these bits and pieces here. But right now I was in the process of like, okay, I need to close the windows, right? So how do I close up all the windows? Which are then again, is going to change the look because now we're going to get all these other patterns within these patterns. And, you know, we get something that is sort of a usable sculpture, right? So it's a sculpture, but it's a building. You know, so it's kind of like this cross between, well, I don't know. You know, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I'm just trying to rationalize this to people who ask. I have no freaking clue. I'm making myself laugh at that one for some odd reason. But it's like, I have no idea. And then when people ask, it's like, well, how do I explain this? It's just been an exercise, you know, and I'm hoping that I will pick little bits and pieces out of this that I can use later on for something, yeah, but much better. Look at that. We even got it better. And here, that again, we're closing this gap off. We're giving the illusion of a point here. That looks better. Yeah. And we almost don't need that damn crossover. I wish we had, actually, I wish we had the corner piece that had glass. You know what I mean? So I could make an elbow bend right here. That would be, it would be a really narrow elbow though, wouldn't it? What's the normal elbow look like here? It wouldn't work, would it? It'd be freaking close though. No, that's not too far off, the point in the corner there. But anyway, okay, so. Then we add you, and we add you. Not 100% with that. I might want to go, but we need to kind of come with that. Yeah, no, that's all right. Okay, now we add in our crossbar that we took out. Right there. Yeah. I wish there was another, like, I don't want this here. So that is better to me. But so that means I would need to reconfigure this here. So if I did that, all right, which
Guess what I found?
another S-class hotspot.
Yep. You can decide which one you're going to focus on.
It's like I'm trying to find a way to tie this all together. But part of that would be I'd need to bring in things from another area and do a lot more R&D. Alright. I'd rather not have that thing cut through. You know, I'd rather just be able to... Too bad that couldn't reach from there to there. Ugh. What if we do that? That might... no, I've just been futzing around, really. What if we bring this down to here, and that would actually, and then forget the top part like that. Come on, get into placement, thank you. I know it does stick out, but... Yeah, then we get into that circle thing again. Okay, so now, no. But, what if we add in you instead?
Oh, this one's named Kevy.
Somebody named the planet Kevy?
No, no. The base that I just put down for this one.
Oh, thank you. Question for you, Kevin. Do you know Miyogi? Yes, I do know Miyogi.
Me too.
So we could either come up horizontally. We could stop that altogether there, but then, yeah, see, we need, I wish I could twist that. Ah, that's so close. Okay, what if we grab a, where's a straight one? There's one right there. We bring you down. Ooh. Ooh, what do we got here? This is kind of cathedral-y looking, isn't it? It's very cathedral-y looking. Solves our gap problem. I mean, we'd have something here. Excuse me. But actually, I could fix that real easy. Throw in a wall. I don't know. Thoughts? We could also switch it to these. Ooh, here we go. Come down to about here. Just do that. And then take you, not you, you. Come through here like so. Instead, we could do these, which would match that. Get rid of the wall in there altogether, which would free up a few parts. Don't start thinking about other areas. And then we could actually do full-on prefab as our so instead do this, maybe do that all the way up, do light fissure motion.
I'm going to go explore the other planets in the system.
Go right ahead.
I found your 2S gas hotspots.
Hey, Bobby McGee, how you doing? What if we cut through? No, I was going to say if we cut through with the regular. Where are these going from? You're coming from a whole other area to get that sharp point. Was that the only question there, Brian? Was there a follow-up to that? Okay, so we got decisions here. Make this more like a temple-y thing. So if we, all right, just to see what it looks like, if we cut that there, brought these up to that. No, because then we are going to lose that whole vibe. Okay, even with the windows, that's going to look crappy. Okay, so keep that. Here's our original gap. Oops, didn't want to do that. Ah, scheisse. Thankfully, just about everything I need is in here somewhere. Come on, where are you? That's not it. Oh, that's because there's two. There's one here. There it is, right there. Okay, that's what I need. I think. Yeah, that should be that. Yeah, there's two very close proximity walls here from the interior. We may need to reload, unfortunately, but whatever. I'll deal with this afterwards. Because now, Tyler, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks. Yes, this is crazy. And I'm still in the thought processes of what to do. Like, I'm trying to determine how I want to decorate this whole dealie. So, again, I could come down to this level, or we could, you know, continue to make the entire structure out of corridors. I was kind of hoping to avoid that. Now, this does have a very space cathedral-y vibe to it, right? Sci-fi guy. Thanks, man. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I kind of like this. It's interesting. Might as well. If we're gonna do it, let's just do it. Whole hog. So, we got that. So those are the crossover ones. We're getting rid of that and that. And then we come through with that. We still have a gap issue, though. That's the thing. That's our problem. We'll still have a gap here. Could we fill that gap? Sure, but now we end up with a different issue. It does look neat. However, that creates a problem. I'm just doing two sides so I can see sort of like the full effect here. And again, we could make this entire thing out of this kind of structure and figure out how to gap fill this. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. We're going stupid anyway. Why wouldn't we not go more foolish? And we have another, yeah, we got to get that in there to get that other point, which is what? This here? Nope. That's going to go from here. That one, right? No. What did I do over here? It's coming from that side and arcing in. So here, down, arc. No. Close. Come on there, buddy. Get in your spot.
So there's gravitino balls here.
Yeah, sometimes these dead planets have those.
But there's no signals.
You're in creative. They never deal with that crap.
This is totally a different experience.
Oh yeah. Playing in creative is for building. That's what it is. You know, that's if you enjoy building, then that's what it is. Perfect for that.
I wish we had the gravitino balls that we could use for like a building part.
Nope, there you are. Thank you. No, you're not actually, are you? Yes, you are. Yes.
And the storm doesn't hurt you.
There it is. Okay. Wow, we're getting really weavy here. Wait a minute. Can I go at a different angle? I can. I can go flat there. All right, so how did I do this one now? Where's the other one? Where's our first one? Over here. So let's get rid of you and you for a second.
The gravitino balls are blue here.
And then let's get rid of you and you for a second. There's There's that circle we're trying to avoid. This might be interesting.
Oh, I want the cappuccino balls for building materials. You can't die.
Nope. You don't die. No, that's just too crazy. Hey, what are you doing today? Breaking a game? Yeah. All right. Is that too crazy? I'm crazy. That's too crazy. That's too much.
Are you over the top even for you, Ken?
I think I might be this time. I think I've finally done it. Although the crazy thing is sometimes, just sometimes, it's all worth it. That's not bad, but again, I was trying to avoid this. And this is at a different, it's out from the structure itself. What happens if I do this? Not that. Not that either. If I do that, throw this in here, do that. Well, that adds in an interesting little development now, doesn't it? Well, now, that was stupid of me to even consider trying. Alright, so those are going to go left and right, which means these are going to go like that. So if I were to turn everything at this angle, I could get them to go the way I want. And cause more of a mess. Yeah, all I'd have to do is turn the wall vertical. Do I already have one of those set up? I have to turn the wall this way. I'd have to flatten it. Okay, do I have a flat wall? on this setup, or I mean a flat flooring setup on this anywhere for any particular reason. I do not. Although that's neat in itself, you know, it kind of ties in everything else. I could frickin' pop another one here, but it's kind of a way to tie it all in an odd sort of way. Alright, I'm gonna have to reload anyway because of a couple of situations here that I did not anticipate. Okay, so if I were to turn that wall, right, or that floor rather, just kind of hypothetically, oops, other way around. You first. Then you. Nope, and you're not even where I need you to be. Hold on. You need to come down here. No, you need to go, yeah, down here, in here, out of there, get out of here. Now we do that, and then that, and then that, and then this, and that, and then repeat, because you screw it up. And then we can do this. Okay, so now we just need to adjacency that to get our halfway point. No, we want both, so we don't need to do that. So now we need to go up. And we need to go, what, up one more. And we need you. And we need you. Okay, let's see what this does. This could be weird. I like weird. It's a good thing I am weird. Yeah, we'd need to move it in, but that's kind of more what I was thinking, I think. So now we're facing that direction, right? Uh-oh. Okay. So now we're more in line, but we could probably push that in a little bit. Or is that pretty centered? That's actually pretty centered. Right on the same plane. Okay. So, now we could get really stupid. Now we're getting closer to being on the same plane of things, which now, as we're folding stuff in, we have less of bizarro angles. Because everything was coming off that sphere in the beginning, right? So now I could come out from these And instead of being, you know, in an offshoot, we can stay within the same realm. Weaving with corridors. Why the hell would you ever want to do this? But now that we're parallel with everything, we can actually now see, ooh, now we're getting more like a window. It's not kicking out all funky. So now okay, now this is starting to make some sense to me. Now this has got a very church-like window, doesn't it? Now we actually don't even have to worry about the gap. We could throw some cool, whatchamacallit right there. We could make something super cathedral-like, right? Like space alien worshipping whatever you worship, even if it's just yourself. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, see, that looks appropriate. Look at that. That looks okay. Boom. Glad we tried this. So we could actually put window style up in here now, right? And now we've got a better arch. It's blended in. Yeah, buddy. Now we're using our noggins, right? So now if we can take this stuff out here now, because this is all out. All right, what plane are we following? We are on... So we're following this one here. When does it start to get wackadoo? With this one, right? All right, hold on. I know what we're going to do. We're going to reload. We're going to start fresh. Let's start fresh. Fresh, exciting. It's so exciting and new. But now we know we've got a neat little thing. Okay, so we bring that out, we flip that thing, we do the thing, we bring it in, and then we're in the same plane as everything else right there. Aha. Ah. And Katrine, you don't have to stay in chat and have me yammering away and flapping my gums in your ears so loudly. I feel bad for you at this point.
You're keeping me company, Gavin.
Okay. And you know what? That's something I love about this community in this game. I'll be in chat sometimes with people, and we're not saying a word, but it's like you're hanging out. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what we're doing. We're hanging out.
You have that... It's kind of like my roommate. Even though we don't really hang out together because we have different schedules, different lives and everything, just knowing that there's another person around is helpful. You know, it's comforting, if you will. All right, so let's get back to what we were just doing, because I think we may have come up with something here. But even this looks okay by itself, you know. I mean, this is the pity. But if I can just put that arch on that upper part right there, we might be good. I mean, the whole point is, like, we've got some stuff that's bowing out that's not, which is neat in itself, but if we're trying to contain, I mean, this is a new technique for me, so, you know, weaving with corridors. I'm trying to create, you know, I love the patterns in this game. It's why I love when I made the kaleidoscope. It was like, you know, all these mandalas, the floor, and it all started with a circular floor. When we were finally able to, even before we were able to make them perfect, we need to flip a floor panel over, don't we? The patterns that we would get back in the day were really great. And even if it wasn't circular, for example, it was just, you know, some sort of pattern that, but these mandala style patterns are really quite nice. All right, so we don't need this right here, do we? For now. Or do we? I mean, so we've had a couple attempts. We know we can close the window. The gaps we have, we know we can close off. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. Take a death break and build and figure out what we're doing at the same time. Now it's, of course, really dark and I won't be able to see jack. And this ball may go. I may remove the ball and replace that. You know, try to see if there's some way we can... Oh, no, I can't. That's right. I already determined I can't last stream because of the light fissures. So, yeah, that ain't going to happen. Never mind. Then we lose a light fissure, which that ain't happening because it looks good. Okay, we are going to repeat this pattern all the way around the top so that we have, we have this cool, mandala, whatever you want to call it, flower pattern, whatever it is. This we're pretty happy with, the top, okay? This is the bow out that I'm talking about, which throws things off as you're coming around. So this is what we're trying to now eliminate, which I think we may have just done. So with all that flapping our gums, let's do some work. Okay, so we need to peel away some layers here. And without walls. I don't know. That's the thing. I mean, I'm kind of in that determination of, how much of the structure can we get away with, using quarters. I like the way the walls look, though. I like the breakup. But, all right, let's work. Okay, so we need our moving tools. Let's get our moving tools out. Okay, now we need a floor. And actually, we could start this up here, couldn't we? Yes, we could. And then that would be on a similar... No, what did I do wrong? I did it backwards again, damn it. No, I did it right. That. To that. To that. That. And that. Get rid of that and that. Get rid of that for now. And then we're going to do you. And you. And then you. No. Okay. How about you? You. And you. Okay. And now, let's get out something we can see through. And then, let's add in our wall. And then, let's do our corridor. And we'll put that into a holding pattern. We'll then copy our wall. And you're not going to flip Y. Because I don't need you to. That's why. We're going to put you in there. We may need to start lower because this might be different. But that looks... Yep, that's blended in nicely. Okay, so now we are in the mix. Does that change that look at all too much? A little bit. So we're going to bring this down. But see, we're nice and now we're on the same plane as the other one. Before we were sticking out too far. Now we're actually doing good. and we're facing the proper way. Curious. So if I bring you out here and then down again, will you go down again? You will, but you're going to be way out here. But that's okay. Because... Alright, what if we just do this instead? Oh, shoot. Did I just... I did. Fucking idiot. Alright, we just messed up like a moron. Thankfully, this isn't too difficult to replace. Okay. And I should have just left the holder in there, but I was like, I want to see what it looks like. Okay, back in business. Get rid of you. We'll hold on to the other thing for now. I know there should be a... Yep, there you are right there. Okay, one more time. Okay. Now, let's bring you down. 1, 2, 1 and 2. Let's remove you and you this time, not all of you.
So is Beach going to be streaming at 3?
That's a good question. I'm not sure what time he's going on, but...
What time is it when you're done?
For me, it is currently 1:34 in the PM. So something's a little bit different than our last one. But again, you know, we're much better because we're actually following the same, you know, we're in the same vein of things here. Was I higher? Did I just do that? I thought I had a curve in there. I thought I had the point rolling. Oh, there it is. Thank you.
What I'm seeing on my TV and what you're saying, there's a slight delay.
There's the arch. Thank you. And then... there it is. Or yeah, it's right there. I forgot because it all folded in into the center part here. That looks, I hate to admit it, man, but that looks pretty damn freaking good. Alright, let's remove all the wall portion. Here. And here. And we're, you know, we can reload. This is an experiment. Okay, let's carry it. We don't have to worry because that's right here, right? Oh, but you know what I could do? It's right there. Oh, damn it. I like the look of the wall inside, but we're just playing here. What can we do, right? Okay, and then let's try to bring one. Let's see, that's gonna go one. How many up does this go? 1, 2, and it meets on the third. So if I were to go, no, it'd have to be one lower. That's gonna be too high. That's gonna be. Oh no, wait, maybe. See, and then actually we could, I hate to say this here, but we could, oh no, we got a T, which, that's a solid, it's always a solid. Alright, so let's bring that down 1, or let's bring it up 1. This is wackiness. What the hell are we thinking, folks? Now, look at that. That does look good, though, doesn't it? That's very, like, alien cathedral. Only one arch? One long arch? Like so? I disagree. Respectfully. I think it requires something, it's too long. That's what she said. Ba-dum-bum. Come on. Nope, that needs to come up. That needs to... No, I need to come down for what I want to do here. Okay, so this needs to come down to here? No, it's going to be here. Yep. Nope, one more. So you... Alright, don't make me start thinking about how to have these corridors. There we go. So we come down to here. And then I can swap these out. From here. And then if I were to fill this level more with... Okay, now it's what do we think time? See what I mean? I like the dual point there, right? Agreed? Now, do we carry the planters up?
I think they give a lovely light in there.
It really does, right? We could also carry through with our theme and take the windows we've been doing and throw that in that gap, which is an entirely possible possibility.
I think I'd like to see the light carried up one another.
What, the planters?
Yeah. Will they go up on the boat?
What do you mean by you need more light? I'm not sure by to see what's going on. Well, no, somebody needs some more light. Just to see what we got. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the other thing we can do too to change this dramatically, actually. I'm thinking...
Oh, yeah.
So now if we change that...
I like that. I like that a lot.
Up the planters. Okay, gotcha. I agree. Thank you. So now that we darken it... well, we need the light to reflect. I think we need to put the windows in here as well. I think that's going to, because it's going to tie in the gap fills, right? We need to tie in the gap fill. That we need to do anyway. We need to create the we need to seal off the room. I see, but part of me likes, when we're looking at it here, the movement of the light fissures in the background. You see that? That fits that gap perfect, right? So part of me is almost thinking, remove the lower planter, which is dumb. Have that planter in the middle, remove the planters altogether, or every other, so that we have the light fissure in one, the planters in the other, light fissure. need light to enhance the arch. I don't know how to say it. Yes, no, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. We need to enhance the arch. Okay, let's enhance this arch. And please keep an eye for Beeble, folks. That way, when he does show up, we can just all raid. So I think even if we just go gray, back to gray, black for right now, we can darken this. We'll try some color options. But I do agree with you. Yes, we need to highlight the arch. And I think the way to do that here, not only is it with the plant. All right, so let's build the planter tower just so we can see it. We won't have the green, but we'll get the lighting, okay? So what we need to do here for that is we need these items here. So we need to go up, and then we need to do a lot of flipping, so be prepared for this. Either... So we need one, and then it's 1 and 2, by the way, for this to do this. 1 wall, 2 short walls, and then you're flipping the floor panel back and forth with a universal adjacency attached. Still 72 minutes? Okay, let's see if we can get one of these done in 72 minutes. That's a lot of pressure for me. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, now we're over here, so we don't need to go back and forth. Save time right there. So see, 1 wall and then 2. Now we're going to need a right side up planter next, along with a right side up robot companion. Okay, so we do that. Then we grab this. Oh, and there's something else I want to show you guys. Remind me. And then get rid of some of this stuff here. And then we need the floor panel back. We're gonna make that red and gray. And now or black and gray. Now I have these lined up specifically. Tabs facing the wall. I mean, running parallel with the wall, rather. Excuse me. So now we're gonna get that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna repeat that process. And then we're going to go up again, 1 and 2, which idiot me, oh no, yep, so 1, and 2, where are you? Shazam, right there. And this is probably going to be easier to do second, like not have this in your way to begin with. And then we're gonna get rid of you, copy you, get rid of you. We're gonna come up here, we're gonna get rid of all this other stuff so it's less likely to get confused. See? We're gonna put you in your proper position. We're now gonna move you guys around a little bit. I'm gonna flip this over here like so. And let's just be smart. Yeah, again, I haven't done much in the way of lighting. That happens as I build. You know, you're not running your lights before you put your structure up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I have to think about at the same time sometimes, like, all right, well, where am I going to add that lighting? Or it just kind of naturally happens with some of the parts in the game, and then you need to kind of cue off some of that. Okay, so we know that when the tabs are running left to right, what happened here? Where I used, oh, because you're here. That means that this diamond needs to be this way, if you didn't already know that. So, because we had those tabs running parallel to the wall, see? And now that big diamond, which you would think would be the other way, but if it helps, you know, the small tabs, I don't, you know, I just know that it's the opposite way you think it would be. Okay, then we're going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Followed by that. We're not quite high enough. We need to make adjustments here for this to work properly. That's my problem. Yeah, I need to start lower. I started this with a... So now I would need to do one that is right side up here to end it in order to fill that properly. The spacing on this was off. So what I would need to do is, and we'll you know, to have this end at this peak, it needs to come down one short wall because I raised it up because I thought it, you know, would look neat, but didn't take into account the spacing. And I thought that because it was similar to this line here that it would work, but it's one short wall too high. So, for all intent and purpose, this is just for us to kind of see what it would look like. We will straighten this out, bring it down, which, you know, at that point, you know, this would probably, since this would be short wall down, you know, it would start here. I'm thinking maybe even a short wall up, so that the base of this starts at this line here. So we might even want to go up one more. Oh no, not yet. Unuseful. We don't. We're not going to save yet because this is just experimenting. You know, once I know where to go from here, then that will change all of that. I mean, now this is really becoming a render nightmare, but screw it. It's too late now. But the bonus is we can rip this bowing part out, and hopefully, now that we're on the same plane here, we can just kind of take from here, right, and finish these areas so that they're not bowing out so much. And then from here, because now we're at the same path now, because we turned that, we can now bring this in tighter Or we can try to anyway. Yeah, we're going to bring this in a little tighter to the sphere here, because before we came from the sphere like that, all right, but the front way, but now we're trying to come from this section here. Which it's really not going to want to do, but we're going to try our best. There we go. Wait a minute. Which one am I on now? It's hard to tell. There it is. Okay. And see, we're now in line with this, which we were not before. And now we have a much smoother transition. You know, and again, I'll have to weave this and try different things. Shoot. You know, to get more of what I'm looking for. But it's just nice being on the same plane now, you know. Although now, yeah, that carries out too far. That's that one. That's so I could see, but then we're losing our, you know, from our round. That's where this twist is coming out, because here's our flat panel. Then we're arching out, you know, because of the next two panels that are next to it. So how do I build in darkness like this? Yeah, I'm used to it. Just habit. Didn't always have a flashlight, my friend. I mean, then we could start just totally ruining this and, you know, doing something completely different, you know, with this new placement, right? We could just say, screw it, I'm going to do a whole other thing now and forget, you know, and just kind of throw all of our hard work out the window.
I've been known to do that.
Oh, yeah, I do that constantly. So, you know, we have some choices. And then the other thing too, you know, you start using your elbows and your T's, which unfortunately I wish they had, you know, a way to glass these off. Because then you could start, you know, changing directions off of that, and so on and so forth. You know, I wish I could twist these so it was a straight line, but I can't. But, you know, if you come in and then bring something down, and, you know, there are more options. That's just what I'm getting at. So I'm liking this double arch point window here. I think that looks good. Let's reload again. I mean, it's the thing, you know, I mean, this new build mechanic, and it's not, you know, I mean, it's not so new, but it is new, has opened up so many doors for so many different styles and so many possibilities. And that's why I haven't really built anything. I'm still like, what if I do, and what if I mix these, and okay, wow, look at this. Now, okay, well, that part of this thing I just made, what if I did that, boom, you know? Okay, example. Instead of using like the whole circle of all of this, okay, which is a little overkill, let's be honest. It does look neat, it is fun, it creates funky patterns, but it's overkill, all right? But if you take one strip of this, and instead of putting it in a tight circle where it's just like it's so much as you go around, you separate it, boom, straight line, boom, bit by bit by bit, as a support column. And then, what would work really well with this stuff is a scaled up item. I'm going to have to try that. So what I mean by that is, all right, so let's put in one window just so we remember, and then we'll, I should have saved just for the thing, but it doesn't take, it takes 0 time to put that into place. Damn it, man, I am getting bashed by bots today.
I can't help you because it's too much.
That's okay. 3 arches and 3 knots with a large, yeah, I could go a larger version, but what I mean by straightening it all out is, so if we take, what do I need here? I need, let's just pull from here, right? How much time do I have?
About an hour.
Before Beeble?
Yeah. Just under it.
Scottish Rod, welcome. How you doing today?
Hey,
yeah, I keep losing a subscriber, gaining a subscriber by reporting. There's this bot that just keeps popping their head up. Okay, so before we do that, let's prep this so that I remember, okay? Because we know how forgetful I am. So if we're going to go with our plan, all right, and I'll probably build this tonight after I futz around. So if we build this as we just did, we need to remove and strip all of this out, including the sides, the gap fill here, right? And in order to do this, I have to strip this out anyway, useless. So, for me to save where I saved would be, it's just kind of, it's counterproductive in a way. I'm going to end up having to strip a bunch of this down anyway. No, true. Well, unuseful, which is another way of saying useless, yeah. Okay, so we decided that we needed to, and then I'll save this, like I'll save this particular portion of the setup here, just so that I don't have to do this all over again, which is put out my flipping parts, and I'll have one already set up so I can look at that, go back to it, and go, okay, this is what I did. So we're going to set up right on, Rod. That's always helpful. So we're going to go through here, do this whole rigmarole again real quick. Do that, grab a wall, so we shoot that in. Oh, Happy Bus just showed up in my game. Katrine, give me one moment, and here comes the bouncy blue screen song, guys. Nope, lost her. Okay, good. I would like to help. Oh, no, Happy Bus is here. Hold on. Give me one moment, please. It's the bouncy blue screen. Yeah, here it comes to get in our way and to ruin our fun. Those really bouncy squares with their smiles on, bouncing away to the blue screen song. Blah, 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 blah. And I got to switch the chat for just a second, and the blue screen is still going. Grandma, I am currently, or Happy Bus, rather, excuse me. I am currently live streaming, just to let you know. And I am in a private chat at the moment, so I will not be able to hear you, and you will not be able to hear me, but I will message you later. Thank you very much. All right. Have a great one. I'll talk to you in a little bit, Happy. Okay, so back on here. So now we need our corridor, right? Because we're going to make our arch here. So we're going to copy the corridor. And we're going to put that into our cache. We're going to pop this over into here. We're going to try to because, oh, there you are. Come on. Flip. What? Oh, because I didn't flip it right the first time. My fault. And there you go. Okay, now we need... Oh. And that, and that, and this, and that, followed by this, followed by that, followed by this, followed by more other that's, followed by a few more this and that, and another thing. Alright, and that. Then we're going to remove everything but the paver, because we need the paver, and that will remind me, hey, there's something there sticking up straight up in the world. Okay, then we need to grab a U and to bring you up to about here. We need to remove you guys, right? We took out the bow. Yep. Then we added in the arch somewhere along the lines here. Actually, I think it was here. It was actually higher, but we are also, yes, we're removing you and you now. So we're going to bring you up, and that's going to give us our crossover back up here, but now in line with everything, right? And that will give us our arch. No, it is higher. Okay. We're going up. Up and away. Yeah, we're actually mixed in that, aren't we? No, we're not. We're right here. There it is. Okay, so we're right there. That's where our arch is. That's where we're meeting for that. Okay. So then... from that point, then we got to do what? We need to bring in this again, though, right? Because it's... we need something to make our Trinity point, which is that. But then we get into that frickin' goofy looking... or did we just keep this and we retained this? I don't remember. I think we can retain that, right? Yep. Okay, there it is. All right, we can use that. That'll work. It's that, you know, good enough for now. And then let's go 2 gap between. Or is it delete? Yeah. Oh, the upper 2, is that what it was? We can finagle with that, but that doesn't look bad right there. I'm okay with that. That actually looks pretty good, just like that. Right? That looks okay. I just feel like yeah, my Trinity knot's all messed up though. What is... something ain't right. What is messed? Do I have a corridor? Is that what I did? Oh yeah, you were right. Good. Good call. Thank you. Okay, so there's the knot back, but I still don't 100% like that. And then we can, what, power this in? No, like so. Oh yeah, there we go, there it is. How about that? What if we do that? Yeah, it's that bow out. I could bring that in one. Hold on, let's try this. I got an idea. What if we bring this in one, right? So if I come, that's the upper one. So if I take one of these and I just bring this out, like so. No, I'd have to do like a halfway between all of that because it's not really a full jump out, right? Where does that end up? We're way too far out, right? Oh, you're going to get lost with all the windows over there, aren't you? Yeah, you are. And you're not a corridor either. You are what? You'll be the corridor here. You are my 45. Yep, there you are. Or what I need to do is I need to just... No, you're backwards though. Why? Why are you backwards now? Oh, because I need the front 45. That's why. Alright, is there a front 45 on this? No, there is not. No. Okay, I don't... Oh, what is that? The reversal, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's not going to work. Part of the problem might be this. It's that circular bit I'm trying to avoid. It really is. Because it starts to get really circular. But weave-wise, you know, it does... You know, it does, for the most part, work. But I think part of the problem is that one particular piece that I had there. And I just realized I needed to reload and... I mean, I could drop the sphere down. That might help the situation a little. If I just bring this whole thing down, have that tuck into here, instead of having the gap, you know, just bring that whole thing down. Yep, you're gonna hate me. Flipping floors takes like seconds. I'm really not worried about having to redo that every time. It really doesn't bother me. I know it's boring for you guys, and I apologize for that, but it doesn't affect my... You know, in fact, while I'm doing that, I'm thinking of other things, you know. I'm like, okay, well, if I put that over there... That's one of the reasons sometimes I miss my glitch a couple times, because I'm too busy thinking about something different. Ooh, it's a cold one out there today. I woke up this morning and it was negative something. But I am going to have to venture out there at some point. I really don't want to. It's a blustery out there, but thankfully I've got good winter clothing. Stay nice and warm. Thanks to my older brother. Alright. It looks like I need to figure out a couple of more things. But we're on our way. So I'm trying to keep it flat. You know, that bow out is cool, but it's just not... I don't know, it's just not... And then I don't want to see a bunch of circles, you know. The whole point is to kind of get these curves and, you know, I mean, we do plenty of circular things. Hey, Metal, what's going on? Oh, we got a YouTube notification. That's probably the 30-minute mark for Mark. For Beeblebum, rather. Excuse me. 30-minute mark for Beeblebum. All right, so... All right, we know what we're doing with the archway. That we know. This is the part that I'm not 100% stoked with yet. And until we figure that out, I feel I can't move on. I'm kind of at a loss for... it's just visually throwing me off right now. So, here's the options I'm with. I like that little narrow arch window we got going on. That was neat. I'm going to put that in. Part of me is wondering if I can carry that all the way up and through to the top. Carry all that stuff out because we need that straight one anyway, right? Going up. So we need that one that's going to come up through here, right? Because that's part of it. And then we just got to carry this one across. But if I carry this arch and say, you know, we get the arch where we had it, continue to carry it up, and then just put another archway up here somehow. Stay on the same plane. Or we keep what we have, do the window fill that we were doing, and call it a day. You know, one of the two. And that's what I'm going to make a decision on. And then tomorrow when I jump on, you guys will get to see what I ended up dealing with. Yeah, exactly, Metal. That's my... Exactly. Like, that's the part that's been throwing me. Because everything else... you know, is flat. You know, the way it's supposed to be. It goes up flat. Then we get this. Unfortunately, we can't remove that, but that's okay. Actually, I could remove and do something else with, but I'll get into that later. That's a last bit. But you are correct. This has been driving me nuts since I built it. It's not horrible, but now that I have the arch window in there, you know, then it throws it off. This is kind of okay, but, you know, when you start coming around... So I'm going to have to tear some of this apart in order to make it work, all right? But yes, flat, and then all of a sudden, like this twist happens, and that's what we're trying to kind of get away from at this point, is that twist. If we can keep everything flat against each one of these walls, I think it's going to look a lot better. Maybe... And then here's the other thing, and we'll do this tomorrow when I come back. Again, I've got a week and a few days before I go back to work, hopefully. I'm really hoping. So I'm just trying to fill time and enjoy. And also, when I do start working, I'm not going to be able to stream as often because I'm going to be working a lot.
Did you get your new computer?
Huh?
Did you get your new computer?
No, I have been out of work for going on 6 weeks. I've just been paying bills, and then I haven't gotten a second workman's comp check. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next... So I have 2 weeks before I go back to work, and then another 2 weeks before I get a paycheck from work, so that's a full month. So if I don't get another workman's comp check, I'm screwed. So until I start working again, I'm not even thinking about purchasing anything. So yeah, we need to tear these corners out. These definitely need to go. Wider floor at this point is not going to happen. I mean, we're already floored, you know. These I need to now rebuild, so I need to bring all of that down, which means I'm going to have to tear out some stuff, drop it down. That's not an issue. That'd take 2 seconds. Yeah, it's a little bit of a conundrum, Part of me likes that arc because if you look in here, that creates a whole different thing. And I am going to put all the windows in tonight. That will happen today, definitely. We're going to close up that gap with this pattern all the way around. So when we're looking over the top, we'll have a nice, cool-looking pattern. And some more lighting, to highlight these areas more, because these create their own unique patterns as well. How close do we are Beeble time? Yeah, 12-sided instead of a circle, Yusuf. Yeah, that's probably a good thought, because then we could go large scale. So, say we're doing, and let's see if we can't do something with a large scale version next time. How are we doing? Let me know before we get to Beeble time. He usually puts like a 30-minute timer before he gets rolling. So let me know. 32 minutes? Okay. Hold on, I can set a timer. Set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Counting down.
Okay, now... Do I still have a BAW in here? I do. Awesome. Okay, so if we're going to try and do something with this, say, in a normal fashion, right? And we know that a large wall is 3 floor panels, right? So this one ends here, and then the next one should start there, right? Because that's where they should meet, right? Gotcha. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to set up our tether point so we can get nice and lined up. And I think also if we use a large scale wall, we won't have to get so many corridors going on. Do you know what I mean? We can kind of tweak that a little bit more. So, okay, so now we have that, then we need some sort of a large wall. And now things are going to change because, okay, but we're going to do this as an in-between sort of thing, right? So we're going to have to figure some of these things out here. So let's just go with a large wall, just a normal wall. No, let's go with a window. It doesn't really matter what we use, actually. So it's just, I like this wall. Let's use it. Okay, so now we're going to do our tether trick here. Not that Beeble needs rating, because what is he, like 8,000 plus subscribers at this point? But, I'm just trying to pass the love, man. Oop. Thought I was putting in a tether point. I'm like, no, you're actually building it right now. Okay, so now alright, now we got our two walls. So now say we want to separate this, right? And we could even put a gap in here. So yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do that because we want to use that as other thing as a window instead. Because there is a gap when we make that. So let's put this at a singular gap here. Sorry, I'm not talking because I know we're on limited time, so I'm trying to kind of rush through this a little bit. Son of a biscuit. Alright, this does not need to be perfect. Perfect, Kevin. Relax. Just make it so we can see what it looks like. Alright, so that should give us our gap for that, right? Okay, so now we're gonna flip this puppy over here. And we're doing this completely differently now. So who knows what's gonna happen. So now, do we have any stuff? I don't. Okay. So now we need our flippy-doo stuff. Oops, wrong one. Oh, I gotta go through all that? Yeah, no. I thought it was just these, that row. Well, yeah, that ain't happening. Okay, so now we gotta flip this up. Are we doing on time, folks? Oh, I did the wrong freaking thing again. Idiot, slow down. Are we doing on time? Double Dash, what's going on? Alright, keep an eye on that timer. I'm almost positive he streams today, so. Or so at least keep an eye on the YouTube bits. If you don't mind, please. So we can head over there. What the hell is going on here? Why am I missing this? You're in cache. You're there. What the Forkenheimer? Of course, I'm trying to rush. That's the problem. There we go. Alright, now we're going to move that. We're going to pop you there. And that should allow us our bit. We could even space this differently, okay? There's all kinds of stuff we can do here. We're just going based off of what we've been doing. So, now we need this right here. We need to do that there. We need to do this here. We need to snap that there. And that's going to be there. Okay, perfect. So, again, this is how we figure our spacing out. So, we may even want to bring this out a nudge. Bagunk. You know, nudge it over a little bit. Center this up on here. You know, whatever. Figure out the spacing so that we're more evenly spaced. And it would help if things didn't constantly phase in and out on you. Okay, so now we have that. Let's drop this down one. Let's get rid of you and you and you. Why not? We still got a paver there. And then we'll grab you because I think you're going to be... Nope, we're going to have to go one more up. I was right the first time. And now we're going to go there and there. And then this is what you could do to kind of tie this all in together. Is just break out one of these puppies, right? And then you have... We might, again, might have to figure out our spacings, but we now have created a new look in a very short period of time. And now, you got that. And we could do something similar to what I did okay, so see how this is, there's our gap push, right? So I could widen this now. Ah, look at that. Okay, so now there's our gap. So if we take this out here now, I do that. I remove this, this, and this. And now we take that after. So now we can do this. Boom, boom, boom. We can widen this gap. Which might look better, right? Is that widening? Or is that the same? No, it's widening, right? I mean, we could even come out this far, but I don't think that's gonna look as good. Nope. All right, so we're gonna, yeah, we'll try to, we'll push both ways and see what happens. I think it will widen. Right, because we pulled that back, used that one. And then if we carry this through, right, that should, oops. One. No, what happened? Okay, we lost our push. Ah, scheiße. Let's do that again. I forgot. I think I added the wrong way. My own fault. Okay. So, let's do that one more time. Yeah, something happened there. It gets weird here, right? There's this weird... Yeah, see when we come around this corner, see we lose a little here. I wonder, wonder, who wrote the book of love? Okay, so now we would have to do you. How's the time looking?
Good. 15 minutes.
Still got like 15?
According to my watch.
Okay. Alright, so what if I'm going to have to do, so if we take this here, see we're not aligned, right? So if I go, what, each direction? So now if I were to do, okay, so we come up here, that widens this out, right? Yeah, right there. And that's going to end up covering up here. And then if I were to do the same this way, right? So if I come this direction, we've gone past again. Okay, so then we would take that, we would put you here, we would stack you out there. And that does push us into about the same predicament. Okay. So that way and that way. So if I remove you, and then if I bring you down, we should have a similar gap, which we do. So that's how you would bump those forward. You just take a turn. But one of these sides does look a little bit wider, doesn't it? This side does. Let's see if we can see. Alright, so that's pretty much the full width of my reticle there, right? And then this is, nope, they're about the same. Highlight to highlight on the reticle. And, oh, this is the outer highlight to outer highlight on the reticle. And this is the, yep, it's the same gap. Okay, so the gap is the same. We were able to widen it, but you got to go from one to the other. Okay, so now, just out of curiosity, now that we have that all done, where are these going to meet now? Is that going to meet more? Going to have a wider arch, right? One, it's not meeting in the center, but it does actually. Oh well, hold on. What's it meeting up with? Yeah, it meets up with itself now. So now you have a full arch. So you basically have the same thing as if you were to connect them. Just shift it over some. But, and that's a little bizarre, isn't it? Oh, that didn't hit the mark. There we go. Alright, so you have that with a gap. Okay, never mind, my fault. And then what the hell are you doing here? That's weird. This is why I love doing this stuff. You never know what you're going to see. You get that sort of thing. Which if you were to carry down, then we would move our window, or this part, out of the way for now. So I would make this first. And then you could do all kinds of wacky weavings.
That's really cool.
Such as this. And then again, you could start adding in, your elbows and whatnot, and you'll see what you'll get from doing that sort of thing. But see where I'm going with this? You kind of get what I'm doing here. There's all kinds of possibilities now. I mean, we know this, but
See all sorts of possibilities with Celtic rock.
yeah, I mean, you could do some wacky, wacky scenarios here, and create all kinds of bizarro scenarios. See, look how crazy the spacing is different here. What'd Kevin do today? Yeah, he just made some weird crap. But see what I mean by just adding in, another angle along the way? You can, start doing some wacky crossover kind of things. Granted, it's real easy to get lost. Ooh, I wonder if I could weave a band. Like a standard Celtic band like that. Maybe. It'd be a little tricky, but... yeah, that doesn't want to go there because of what? Because of everything else around it?
Kitty cat. We heard voices.
Weaving with the corridors. Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry. Definitely could. And Catherine is in the background. Yeah, excuse me. We could bring this down a little bit further in the center there, and then open up that too a little bit. You know, looks like maybe we could. That just circles around. But what if we do a straight point in here? Possibilities, more and more possibilities. Later, Metal. Thank you for hanging out. All right, guys. I think Beeble's probably showing up shortly-ish, so I think we have made the game more than plenty angry for the day. And now I'm just kind of being silly.
You're fighting.
And it goes on and on and on and on and on. It really, just continues to be, silliness. It really, how crazy do you want to get it? What are you trying to do? Does it really matter? You could build a menorah for next Hanukkah. It really just noodle. I can't recommend doing that sort of thing enough.
is getting ready to go. The Beebs is going to be going soon.
Sorry, I got quiet. I'm trying to figure something out here. There we go. I think. I think that's the timer. Oh, Katrine just left. Okay.
Yeah, Beebs is starting any minute.
Okay. So we should probably start thinking about heading out of here, folks, and checking out what the Beebs is up to. But see what I mean by, like, to weave this stuff, it's a lot of back and forth. You know, you're constantly kind of milling stuff around. So then you just kind of keep transferring your parts around. Until you kind of get something that looks interesting. We're a little shorter, so let's bring that down. Weaving with the corridor. And now if we want to get that 8 that we have there, so hold on, we got a cross structure there, right? So we need to cross this over somehow to get that little 8 shape. How did I do that? Top of each one. Is that what I did? So we'll have that X there, and then we'll bring this up. Let's do a cool little design while we're thinking about it here. We're going to go up like that, and then we need to cross that again, right? How did I do that? Did we bring it out and in, I think? Or did I, yeah. Where does that come in? How does that come in? Alright, there's our X, then it's a flat. It's the bottom of the X, so I need to make another X. Beebs has started. Okay, everybody, jump on over to Beebs. Hold on, let me see if I can't find a link here. Everyone knows Beebs, but I'll just do it anyway. And let's do, head over there if you want to do, hashtag APG raid, that's great. If not, I understand. Beebs is well known. He doesn't necessarily need the raid, but again, we love the Beebs, and it is that. And that's all that needs to be said about that. So let's head on over there. And
There he is. Put him
yeah,
on the TV.
and then I will call it a day. And I can get on with some of the stuff I need to do today.
Bye to all your friends there.
Huh?
I'm saying goodbye to all your friends on your live stream.
Gotcha. Oh no. Well, you know where Beebs is. I lost the paste. So, guys, thank you very much. I hope you got something out of today's stream. Until next time, this has been me, Kevin C, here at Action Pants Gaming, wishing all of you out there in the No Man's Skyverse a little bit of love, peace, and starship grease. Get those Action Pants on, get on over to Beebs, and get out there and start building some wacky stuff. Take care, y'all.